Good morning, y'all. It's Danielle and Brooke Jones here. We are having a preservation day because we had some extra time and some things that needed to get done. So let's see. As we speak, there is chicken soup in the canner.
Yeah, Mom already talked about doing the chicken soup. I'll insert that clip right after this so you guys can see
that in a minute. But before we get started for today, we are going to try out our new juicer. The kids are very excited. So let's go check that out. Okay, it is Sunday while I'm taping this little portion because for preparation day tomorrow, I need to prepare now. I made this huge pot of soup for dinner tonight, but we will never eat all the soup. And the plan was to can some of this tomorrow for, you know, winter sicknesses and things like that. There'd be chicken soup on ham, but I'm getting ready to add some pasta into this. So I need to remove what I'm going to can tomorrow now because I don't want to can it with the pasta in it.
So before we get started, real quick, thanks to Chef for sponsoring this video. We are going to check out their juicer, which like Mom already said, the kids are super excited about. We haven't done a lot of juicing recently, but it is a great way to use fruit that is going bad. And then there's also some things you guys can do with the pulp too. So you can dry the pulp, or we usually feed it to the animals. So let's go ahead and check this out. I'm excited to try it. So we absolutely love making homemade juice, especially just like not even like cooking down your fruits and turning them into a juice that way, but actually just like cold press juicing them in a juicer. There's way more nutritional and health benefits that way. And right off the bat, I noticed that this juicer had a pretty large capacity, much larger than our old one, and it seemed to be doing pretty much everything itself. And another thing was that I loved that the pulp came out on its own cup on the other side. Our last juicer, it actually kept the pulp inside, so if we decided we wanted to do like large batches of juicing, we would have to constantly stop and clean out the pulp before resuming. This way we can just like empty the cup into something bigger and keep going. So that's what I liked about this. We just decided to try out a small batch this time of orange, pears, and apples, just a few like little pieces of fruit that we had that were probably going to go bad soon. Figured we'd just juice them up, let the kids try it. You'll find that kids actually love juice this way. We have had no problem getting any of the kids to drink juice this way, and it's way healthier than the stuff that you buy in the store, like I already mentioned. Even just like the normal like cooking it down in water, this is way more beneficial because they actually get the fruit. And if your kids don't like that it's grainy, or it may even like have little pieces of stuff in it, you can always go ahead and strain it through a cheesecloth. This is a great way to get at all those little grainy bits and pieces that may have accidentally ended up in there. Now I do need to say with this juicer, I noticed that it filtered them out very, very well. It seemed super smooth. So I did not seem to have this problem with this juicer, but I know that with some other ones, they may not filter it out completely. So if you have that problem and your kids don't want to drink it for that reason, just go ahead and get a fine mesh strainer and a cheesecloth and strain the juice before you give it to them. And that should solve that problem really easily. So this is a great way to make some kid-friendly juices, and also a really easy way to preserve fruit that's going bad, because you could can this stuff too.
Well, that process couldn't have been any easier. Let's give some of that juice to the kids and see what they think.
Go ahead, try it, Abby. Can we see? Ooh, yummy. Is it good? Yes? Do you like it? Yes. You want to try it, Daniel? You like it? Yeah? Yeah? It's good? What do you think, Hannah? Yeah? Everybody likes it? Yeah?
It's good. That was a total hit, and I loved how quiet this was. We have another juicer, and it's not near as quiet as this one. With our other juicer, we have to scream over top of it when we're using it. So this is going to be our go-to juicer for sure. Thanks again, Chef, for sponsoring this video. We'll leave the link below if you want to get your own.
All right, so recently we culled some of our turkeys, and we had 5 turkeys, and we're gonna have a video coming out soon about our experience with raising turkeys for the first time and how we felt about it, if we're gonna do it again, if we've decided we want to breed and raise our own turkeys, because we are right now currently buying baby turkeys and raising them. So we'll have a whole video just dedicated to talking about our experience with raising turkeys. Now here we butchered 5 turkeys. We have already eaten one. And then we had 2 small ones and 2 large ones. So we had 2 hens left and 2 males. The 2 hens we decided to can. So they were about 8 pounds each. They're very small because they are a heritage breed. And I'm not going to explain how I'm deboning, deskinning, everything so that we can can this up, because I have an entire video dedicated to how to debone and can an entire turkey. And then I also teach you in that video how to make and can the broth that you can make from the bones as well. So I set aside all the bones and the skin for making broth. And then the meat here, I'm deboning the entire turkey, even the drumsticks and the thighs, and I'll also teach you how to do that in the video. So I'll leave that link down below in case you are interested in doing that project. It is a great project to do, especially around this time when it's really easy to get turkeys. So maybe when you guys buy your turkey for the holidays this year, maybe you go ahead and grab an extra 1 or 2 that you can can up. I do find that store-bought turkeys fill more cans than the home-raised ones, so make sure that you keep that in mind. And then with the 2 big male turkeys that we had, we decided we were just going to shrink bag them and freeze them. So there are shrink bags that you can buy on Amazon for chickens, ducks, turkeys, quail, all the birds. And shrink bagging is really easy, and it's just the easiest way to get them done and put in the freezer. So if you're doing a large amount of birds, you may just want to bag all of them and put them all in your freezer. But we did want some whole turkeys because that's the fun of turkeys, right? You want to eat the whole thing. So the shrink bags are really easy. Just put your turkey in, you insert a straw and you use a zip tie to hold it. And then you just put it in some really hot water. So normally it's 185 to 200 degrees. You put it in and you just dunk the whole turkey. Here's me and Joshua doing it one. And then you pull it out and you give it about 10 seconds and then you rip that straw out and you pull the zip tie shut, and it'll actually have sucked all the air out of the bag. So it's a great way to seal up those turkeys and put them in the freezer for later.
To finish out the day, we threw the turkey carcasses into our big pot, covered them with water, and we're just going to let that go for a few days, make some broth, and then we'll can that in a few days. And so what we ended up with is 2 turkeys in the freezer, the turkey broth that's going on the stove, 5 quarts of chicken soup, and 6 pints of turkey. Pretty successful day.